other technologies in our life, because EMFs is not just all about cell phones. So minimize the computer use or spread it out a little bit. Like I said, I spend
Don't just
8 to
sit
10
there all
hours a
day.
day
Yeah.
in front of it.
And imagine, I mean, people do this at their offices. They have to. I am now thinking, my goodness, all these women who have breast cancer, a lot of women sit in front of computers all day long at their offices. That's what they do.
Yep, that's their job. Never use your laptop on your lap.
A misnomer, yes. Do not put
Yeah,
it
they shouldn't have named it
up
that,
there
because people, and
close.
I've done that, and boy, you can definitely feel
Oh,
the
I can
heat.
feel it. I can feel it hit me right in
Yeah.
my intestinal area. And I have told you, I bought one of the first laptops that came out. And I remember the moment I turned that laptop on and I had it on my lap, because that's what it
was.
it's a laptop. You put it on your lap. I felt something hit me. I just felt this surge of whatever it was, energy hit me. And I actually developed colon cancer, and I have to believe, having used that computer, which was probably leaking all sorts of radiation, that it may have had some effect in causing the colon cancer.
And then also, sit back from the TV. My kids like to be right up on it. Now that we've got these big screen TVs, they say some of them throw like a 9-foot radiation plume.
Really?
Away, so back away
52-inch
from the TV.
Well, they're huge. Yes, my goodness. They're all that much more space or area that's throwing out the radiation.
And minimize your microwave use. I mean, it's everything from your ovens to your refrigerator, things like that. But, a lot of times we'll stand there and just watch what's going on in the microwave. And
Make sure it's
I
cooking.
punch the button and run.
I do too.
And I try
there.
not to use the microwave except for whatever, and if it's an emergency or I have to thaw something out or whatever. But microwaves also alter the molecular structure of your food.
Yes.
I know.
And there have been studies done on that. There was one study that used microwaved water. In fact, it was done as a science project by a young lady, and she won some big awards on it. That she took some plants, planted the seeds at the same time, watered one set with microwaved water, it cooled off, of course, and the other with just regular water. And the regular seeds grew up and flourished and were green, and the microwaved water plants were just stunted and brown and just never grew at all.
They've done those same things with cell phones next to dishes of seeds.
That's true. And in fact, this Annie Lobet in Paris that I spoke to said she had done some studies with pigs that, and pigs are very similar to humans in their physical reactions. She said that she put cell phones into their food and fed one set, she would just turn the pigs loose, having one set that had been exposed to cell phones, the other food that was not, and the pigs would not go near the food that had the cell phones. And they're pigs. They'll eat anything.
And another tip is
that's interesting,
isn't it?
Yeah. Don't use hair dryers. They are a big source of EMFs.
Isn't that amazing? And we've all got a hair dryer right up there next to our heads.
And if you can, use a wired internet
How do you dry your hair if you don't use a hair dryer?
Let it go natural.
Go out in the car and
or just or just finish it off.
Get a different hairstyle, I guess.
Well, yeah, they said don't dry it off as much as you can without the hair dryer, and then, like what she said, is finish it off with a hair dryer.
Oh,
so
yeah. Well, we can't eliminate these things.
I know.
Yeah.
Just using them more intelligently. If you can't avoid Wi-Fi in your house, do go with the wired connection. If you can't, like I said, I had that one right by my knee for all those years. We moved it further away, and we unplug it when it's not in use. So that's another tip. And of course, skip tanning beds. That's a whole other topic in itself. But then, steps to take now are investigate. There are some technologies. As I was digging through the research, I met Marie, and there are patented technologies that help minimize the impact and how your body interprets some of these things that are going on. They found shielding devices are relatively ineffective because when you think about it, what shields these signals. I mean, you can be in a building,
Well,
you can be in a basement.
You'd have to put something over your entire body.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
basically.
there's really nothing to do that. I mean, EMFs go through everything. And we'll talk more about the devices in a second here.
We're running
How
out of
much are we?
time, actually.
Okay.
So
There's good nutrition and hydration that are important. There's supplements that you can take, the melatonin, the zinc, the ginkgo biloba, the SOD, bilberry extract, CoQ10, lycopene, DHA, caffeic acid. You know, definitely talk with your doctor or your pharmacist, because if you're on prescription drugs, sometimes there's interactions with those. But those are critical things. But Marie, why don't we talk a little bit about the MRET technology and the ERT, since we don't have much time.
So there's a technology that's patented that's called MRET, which means molecular resonance effect technology. And it was developed by a scientist from Russia, and it was an interesting history on how it was developed that I won't go into, but know that it was developed over many years. And you can, let me just show you, we're going to go back to some of these brains here. A quick brain look.
That shows it shielded and on.
This is one that shows a shield. Let's see, I'm over there. I think I can go over here. So what you can notice is when they're on a cell phone with no shield on it, no molecular resonance energy technology shield, you can notice the heat levels on it, and with the shield you'll notice how it cools down. And then let me show you a few more here.
we've got about
And
1 minute left here. So
We have 1 minute, so
this is what the chip looks like.
yeah, there's a chip you can put on your phone. I put one on my
It has
phone.
a polymer in it.
And you do have something here, the BioPro. This is mine.
Yes.
You have given it to me. Oh, I can't get that open.
Here's the chip on the computer as well, and these do noise interference technology.
This is something, I plug this into the strip where I have all of my things plugged in, the computer and the Wi-Fi and all that sort of thing. So
this is one more picture of the blood.
we're kind of rushing to get here
There we
to
go.
get it all done.
This
here.
is with the
it
chip
goes
on.
back to the normal
It goes back to
level.
normal. Yeah.
Well, I think, you know, we're going to have to wrap it up. Unfortunately, we could talk for another hour or two. But
all this stuff, as well as the research and all, is on that livinghealthiernow.com website,
Okay.
so people can go there and learn more about all of this.
So yes, if people need to get more information, or they'd like to look into getting some of this technology, or even some of the nutritional recommendations that you made there that we made so quickly, you can do that by going to the website. Again, that is
livinghealthiernow.com.
livinghealthiernow.com. So we have come to the end of the show. We'll have
Great.
to have you come back again. There's just so much involved in this. And it's so important, really. It's critical to all of us right now, I think, to pay attention to these things. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our guests today have been Susan Trost and Marie Soderberg, who are wellness consultants. And we've been talking about the dangers and the hazards of using cell phones, Wi-Fi, and other EMF devices. I'm Dr. Patricia Hill, and you've been watching The Changing Paradigm. Please join us again next time.